Trail riding is a sport or hobby where you don't need to prove anything to anyone. In a world where everyone's trying to one-up you, trail riding a dirt bike is where you can go and ride and you don't need to prove how cool you are or how rich you are or show that you have the fastest or coolest looking bike. You can just ride and not worry about what anyone else thinks. This will bring out the real you. You know, the fun side where you're not trying to impress your friends or the person you just met to try and make them like you. There's no reward here other than enjoying a fun and stress-relieving day with your family or riding pals. But there's always those Mr. Cool guys that think everything is a competition. Whether it's trying to race everyone on the trail, see who has the biggest truck to haul their bike or the most expensive bike and coolest looking gear, and when they feel the need to constantly talk about it and tell them to look at me because how cool they are. Well, that's all hogwash because it doesn't mean anything when you're actually riding. What would happen if there were no more Mr. Cool guys? No one would need to put on a mask to try and prove anything, and you'd be more willing to try or do new things because you're not worried about what others might think. You could still have friendly competitions with your family or your riding friends, but it wouldn't change who you are or what bike you have or what you thought you needed. There wouldn't be anyone to complain about your mismatched riding boots and helmet because you got them on clearance to save some cash. And everyone you meet is welcoming no matter your age, your height, your riding ability, or what bike you ride. And no worrying about getting left behind by the cool guys that are faster than you, because if you happen to get stuck, someone is always going to come back and help you. I'm Kelley from MXHideout, and this is the kind of community that I stand for, where you can just go trail riding and have fun because you're not worried about having the perfect bike or being pressured to ride faster or more challenging trails that you're not comfortable doing. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't complacency where you're not motivated to get any better, but rather a safe place to go at your own risk without worrying about everything being a competition 100% of the time. I'm calling it now. 10 to 15 years from now, the Mr. Cool guys, the over-competitive, cocky, arrogant, and annoying to be around people, that's gonna change to be the real cool guy. You know, the kind of person that just wants to have fun riding with you without making fun of your mismatched gear or making fun of your slow trail bike, or without complaining how slow you're going. If that sounds like you, then let's get rid of this need to prove myself mindset. Please share this with a friend that wants to do the same, because this can really hold trail riders back from having more fun or getting other people into the sport, whether it's a spouse or a friend or a child, because they're intimidated because they feel like they need to prove something. That should not be the case, because trail riding is such a fun sport when you're not worried about proving yourself or it being a competition. I'm Kelley from Motocross Hideout. Learn more, ride more, so that you can have fun trail riding with your family and your friends for many years to come.